Pagka-exact equations, it normally takes the standard form, a function of m, a function of m xy dx, plus a function of n in terms of x and y dy equal to 0. Okay? And then the general solution will be a function of x and y equal to c. Okay? The constant of integration, we only have one constant of integration kasi first order differential equation. Okay? So, paano mo na malalaman if it is exact? So, we need to check the condition for exactness. And the condition for exactness is that the partial derivative of m with respect to y should be equal to partial derivative of n with respect to x. If the two are equal, therefore exact. But if the two are not equal, therefore gagamitan natin nung susunod na procedure na integrating factor. Na sinabi ko naman sa inyo, huwag niyo munang basahin. Okay? Kasi magko-concentrate muna tayo sa exact. So, bali ang nakuha na natin, variable separable, homogeneous, and then ngayon yung exact. Eh, paano kung hindi siya variable separable, hindi homogeneous, hindi din exact? Therefore, we will go to the next, which is determination of integrating factor. Okay? So, ngayon, for now, kukunin lang natin exact. And how do we know if it is exact? Get partial derivative of m with respect to y, and that should be equal to partial derivative of n with respect to x. Okay, tandaan natin to ha, guys. Tandaan natin. Ang m dito, yung may dx. Ang n, yung may dy. Nakuha ba, guys?
Yes, po, sir.
Okay, ulitin ko ha. Para ma-identify mo kung ano, yung m, yun yung may dx. Yung n, yun yung may dy. So, get partial of m with respect to y, that should be equal to partial of n with respect to x. Now, the general solution is obtained. Makukuha mo yung general solution by making use of both partial of m or partial of f with respect to x and partial of f with respect to y. Ano naman yung partial of f with respect to x? Ano naman yung partial of f with respect to y? Yung partial of f with respect to x, that will be your m. Okay, katulad na sinabi natin, yung may dx, yun ang m natin. Okay. And then yung partial of f with respect to y, yun yung n natin. Okay? Now, magbibigay ako ng example. And then makikita nyo, merong flow yung procedure. And you may follow that para ma-solve natin yung problem. Okay? So let's take one simple example. So tandaan nyo lang yan, tandaan nyo lang, ang m ko will be the terms containing dx. Ang n ko will be the terms containing dy. And then ang m natin is our partial derivative of f with respect to x. Ang n natin, partial derivative of f with respect to y. And then of course, we will have to satisfy the condition for exactness. Okay, nakuha ba guys?
Yes.
Okay, so let us continue with our first example. Okay, so let us take the first example. Yung first example natin is 6x plus y squared dx plus y 2x minus 3y dy equal to 0. Okay? Nakita nyo guys, yung number 1.
Yes po.
So, susubukan natin i-solve. Okay, subukan natin i-solve yan. Pero let me just remind everyone na bago tayo sumubok kung kaya ng variable separable or what, gamitan muna natin. Okay, so tingnan natin. Itong number 1 na to, kahit na subukan mo, you cannot apply variable separable. So here, you cannot apply variable separable. Ikaw na sumubok niyan. Tignan mo, gawa mo ng paraan, tignan mo kung pwede mo mapaghiwalay. And there is no way you can separate the x from the y. Okay, so hindi siya variable separable. Tignan natin kung homogeneous. 6x is of degree 1. Tama ba?
Yes po.
Yes po.
How about y squared? Degree 2. Tama?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Ito, pagka minultiply mo dito, degree 2. Ito, pagka minultiply mo dito, degree 2. Are they homogeneous? Di ba hindi? Kasi meron ka nito, oh. Tama? Therefore, hindi siya homogeneous. Nakuha ba, guys?
Yes.
Yes po.
Exact ba siya? Well, example siya. So, definitely exact yan. Pero patunayan natin. Okay. So, to do that, tingnan niyo yung gagawin ko, ha. Ang m will be the terms containing dx. Ang n will be the terms containing dy. Therefore, my m will be 6x plus y squared. And my n will be 2xy minus 3y squared. Now, kunin natin yung partial of m with respect to y. Meaning to say, you will hold x constant. So, ang i-differentiate mo lang, yung may y. And all terms containing x, pwede mo siya i-consider as a constant. So, x is considered a constant. So, this one is considered a constant multiplied by a constant. And what is the derivative of a constant? Di ba 0, guys?
Yes po.
And then, ito yung may y square. Pagka dinifferentiate mo yan, 2y. Okay? So, my partial of m with respect to y is 2y. Nakuha, guys?
Yes,
Yes po.
And then, let us now get partial of n with respect to x. I will hold y constant. So, isipin mo na yung y is constant, multiply mo dito, so you may just bring it out. Okay, so 2y. And what is now the derivative of x with respect to x? Di ba 1 lang yon? Tama?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay. Y is treated as a constant and the derivative of a constant is 0. Tama ba?
Yes po.
And therefore, you would notice now that this is exact because the partial derivative of m with respect to y is the same as this. Therefore, they are exact. Nakuha ba?
Yes po.
Nakuha, guys?
Yes po.
Okay, so, are there questions? Okay, so napatunayan na natin exact. Now, pagka napatunayan ng exact, then you may proceed now with the solution. Sabi sa atin, the general solution is obtained by making use of this and this one. Okay. Pwedeng mauna ka sa m, followed by n, or mauna ka sa n, followed by m. Tanungin ko lang kayo, o sige, ako na magano. I will start with m for the first procedure. Okay. I will show the second solution. I will start with n. Nakuha ba? Para makita nyo, mako-compare natin kung pareho yung sagot. Nakuha, guys?
Yes.
Yes po.
Okay. So, mag-start ako doon sa left side, yung m. Okay? So, sa left side, sabi natin, mag-start ako with m. Ito ang m ko. Partial of f with respect to x. So, partial of f with respect to x. Sabi sa atin, yan yung m. And that is equal to 6x plus y squared. Yan yung m. Okay? If I cross multiply, you will have 6x plus y squared partial of x. Take note that dito, I will treat y as a constant. And therefore, I will now integrate partially with respect to x. So, integrate mo siya. The integral of partial of f is f. Okay? And then the integral of this will be 6x squared divided by 2 plus y is treated as a constant. So, pwede mo na lang siya ilabas. And then integral of parang dx is x. Tama ba?
Opo,
Yes
sir.
po.
Yes po.
Plus, ano yung sabi natin? Every time we integrate, ano nilalagay natin?
Constant.
Constant.
Okay, plus constant of integration. Pero di ba, nakikita ba nyo to, guys? Di ba I held y as a constant? Tama?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Therefore, since I held y as a constant, hindi ko na isusulat na plus c na lang. Ang isusulat ko, any function of y because y is treated as a constant. Okay? So instead of writing c, ang isusulat ko na lang any function of y. So susulat ko na lang plus t of y because I treated y as a constant. Ito, yan. Okay? So my f now becomes 3x squared plus y squared x plus t of y. Now, after this, you may differentiate now. Differentiate partially with respect to y. So, differentiate mo yung f. So, pagka differentiate mo yan, partial of f, with respect to y, you will hold x constant. Okay? So, what is now the derivative of this? X is treated as a constant. What will I have?
Zero po.
0. Yung susunod. Susunod na yon, x is treated as a constant, pwede mo na lang ilabas yung x. And i-differentiate mo yung y square. And what is the derivative of y square? Di ba 2y?
Yes, sir.
po.
Okay. Plus the derivative of t of y, which we may write as t prime of y. Nakuha?
Yes po.
And then, di ba, ang sabi natin, ito is equal to n. Tama?
Yes po.
Di ba, yung
Yes.
partial of f with respect to y, ito, sinulat ko. Yan, ito. That is equal to n. And what is my n? Ang n ko, ito. 2xy minus 3y squared. So, isusulat ko siya as 2xy minus 3y squared. And then, take note that this cancels. Okay? So, ano matitira sa atin? T prime of y is equal to negative 3y squared. Tama ba?
Yes po. Yes po.
Ang t prime of y may be written as dt over dy. And that is equal to negative 3y squared. If I cross multiply, dt is equal to negative 3y squared dy. And if I integrate, ilabas ko na yung negative 3, that becomes t now is equal to negative 3y cubed over 3 or negative y cubed. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Therefore, itong t natin, ibabalik mo dito. Ibabalik mo dito. Yan. Babalik mo siya dyan. And therefore, your function now, your general solution is equal to 3x squared plus xy squared minus y cubed is equal to the constant of integration c. So that is now my general solution. Now, how do you know if your answer is correct? Madali lang yan. Okay? Madali lang yan. Paano mo makukuha yan? Tignan mo to. Differentiate mo yung 3x squared. Di ba 6x dx? Tama ba?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Differentiate natin yung xy squared. Derivative of a product to eh. I will copy x and get the differential of y squared, which is 2y dy. Plus, I will copy y squared and the differential of x is 1 dx minus 3y squared dy equal to 0. Ngayon, pansinin mo, lahat ng terms na yan, di ba yan yung nasa given? 6x dx plus y squared dx. 6x dx plus y squared dx. Tapos meron din tayong 2xy minus 3y squared. So 2xy minus 3y squared. Tama ba?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay. So that is how we check if our answer is correct. But of course, you don't have to do that. As long as you know that they are exact and you follow the procedure correctly, your answer should be correct. Okay? Now, what if I start naman with n? Okay? Mag-i-start naman ako sa n. Okay? So, dito ako mag-i-start sa n. Okay? Ano nga ang n natin? Yung partial of f with respect to y, yan yung n natin. And ano ba ang n natin? 2xy minus 3y squared. So, 2xy minus 3y squared. Here, I will treat x as a constant. Pagka pinross-multiply ko, partial of f is equal to 2xy minus 3y squared partial of y. And I will integrate partially with respect to y. So, the integral of partial of f is f, and that is equal to, you will treat x as a constant, ilalabas mo lang siya. And then integrate y squared over 2. Tama? Minus 3y cubed over 3 plus constant of integration. But I held x constant. Therefore, any function of x may be treated as a constant. Tama ba?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay. Therefore, if I simplify, that becomes now xy squared minus y cubed plus t of x. Okay. Now, I will differentiate partially with respect to x. Okay? Differentiating that with respect to x, partial of f with respect to x. So, i-differentiate mo lang yung x and you will hold y constant. Therefore, y squared, constant yan, ilalabas mo lang, and the differential of x is 1 dx. Minus what? Ano differential nito? Y is treated as a
Zero po.
constant.
0 po.
0 plus t prime of x. Pero ang sabi natin, yung partial of f with respect to x, yan yung m daw natin. Okay? And what is your m? Ang m natin is equal to 6x plus y squared. So 6x plus y squared. And you would notice that y squared cancels. And you are left with t prime of x, and that is equal to 6x. T prime of x is known to be equal to dt over dx, that is equal to 6x. Cross multiply, dt is equal to 6x dx. And if you integrate now, the integral of dt is t, and the integral of 6x dx is 6x squared over 2 or 3x squared. Ito ngayon, ang ipapalit mo dito sa t. And you will now have xy squared minus y cubed plus 3x squared equal to c. Pareho ba sila ng sagot, guys?
Yes po.
Okay, so pareho sila ha. Okay.